Hey, how's it going? I'm here to talk about my Riddle panel really quick. I already have it pulled out of the asset folder, so what I'm going to do is just show you where it is, and then we're going to go from there. So this is on Desktop Editor. You go into your asset library. It's going to be in the public assets, but for now it's in regular assets because I've not made it public yet. Once it loads up, you click the Riddle panel and drag it into your scene, and you will see all of these items here drug into the scene. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how easy it is to customize this panel for your own world. Each of these scripts is attached in here, and then we have this nice panel here. Since everything is one item when it gets turned into an asset, if you double click or select the UI panel, you can see all of your settings over here on the right. Spatial is because it's not attached to the player's head, and then the raycast distance, all of that is standard stuff. Now below is where it gets interesting. So if you don't know how to script, or if you're building on your headset and you don't want to keep hopping off the headset, back onto the desktop, back onto the headset, this script was made, or this panel was made to avoid all of that entirely. Everything you see, the background color, the text color, the panel width, is all incorporated into the panel, which you can edit in Horizons in the headset or on the desktop editor. So right now I have 4 backgrounds added to this script. I'm selecting background number 1, so that means this background number 1 will be the one that displays when I turn the world on or when I go into preview mode. The logo is just my logo, it's in the corner, and then the riddle count. If you want to have 2 riddles that rotate through, so if you start the world and then you leave and come back, it could be a different riddle. It just makes it so it's more interesting, so people can come back and play again, and every single time something's different. This script can hold 4 different riddles, so you can have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then also your solution is inside the riddle as well. So if you have 1 riddle here, you can select 1 there, and only use the first riddle on each. So I'm going to have 2, which means 2 different riddles can be used. The button tap, arcade win, the air sound, the metal switch, and the prototype particle effects are all built into the asset already. So when you're interacting with the panel, it makes a nice little tick, 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 tick sound. And then also with the air sound, if you get something wrong, it's going to tell you, hey, you got it wrong. The FX duration seconds is for this little twinkle. When this twinkle goes, it's going to do a nice little twinkle, and that could be for the key or for the door, either way. But it only goes for 30 seconds, and you can change that to 0 as well if you want. The prize item in this case is this key, and in order to use the prize item, you just toggle on this little switch here, and this move on solved is moving the panel itself. So let's say you have this panel in the middle of a hallway, and in order for them to pass, they have to go through the hallway. Well, rather than having that panel there once they solve it, it moves it to the side. You have to put the target location in, the position, and the rotation. Open door on solved means the door will open. I have that selected. I have the door, the sound, and I have the action. It's rotate. You can put move up, move left, move down, move right, all of those in there. I'm rotating on the Y axis at 90 degrees. And if I had other things like go up or down, it would do that here. The animation duration for how fast or how slow the door moves is over 2 seconds. And then the solved display delay is 3 seconds. So after it's solved, it shows solved and it covers up the answer, so people behind you that come in late don't see the answer. There is another action, the unlock trigger. This will send an event to another trigger or another riddle within the world. Basically, like if I have it set up to unlock a trigger, it could unlock a floor panel that activates a switch. I have that in here as well. And I also have a link to it. If you follow the link you see on screen now, it'll take you to some documentation. It'll help break this down even further if you need it. And last but not least, there is token hint. You can do it for IWP if you have access to in-world purchasables. You can turn that on. If not, you can have tokens. So let's just check it out real quick and see what it looks like. If we come in here, if you want to buy a hint, you can use your tokens if you have it, and you click yes. I don't have enough tokens in there, so I have to go back to the main screen. And then you can click through and see what your answer is. If it's correct, it'll go through. But if it's not, then you can keep trying, or you can ask one of the coaches, or just keep going with this nice little asset. So I have 3 or 4 riddles built in already, just to give an example. It does go up and down, so if you miss a letter, you don't have to really worry about it. D, So door opens, plays sound, and then you can see now that no one can see the answer and no one can click on the panel once it's done. But that is the riddle panel in quite a long time, actually. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out.